Egyptian medical papyri, Wikipedia audio. Egyptian medical papyri are ancient Egyptian texts written on papyrus which permit a glimpse at medical procedures and practices in ancient Egypt. The papyri give details on disease, diagnosis, and remedies of disease, which include herbal remedies, surgery, and magical spells. It is thought there were more medical papyri, but many have been lost due to grave robbing. The largest study of the medical papyri to date has been undertaken by Berlin University and was titled Medizin der alten Ägypter. Early Egyptian medicine was based mostly on a mixture of magic and religious spells. Most commonly cured by use of amulets or magical spells, the illnesses were thought to be caused by spiteful behavior or actions. Afterwards, doctors performed various medical treatments if necessary. The instructions for these medical rituals were later inscribed on papyrus scrolls by the priests performing the actions. Dated to circa 1800 BCE, the Kahungina ecological papyrus is the oldest known medical text in Egypt. It was found at El Lahun by Flinders Petrie in 1889, first translated by F.L.L. Griffith in 1893, and published in the Petrie Papyri, hieratic papyri from Kahun and Gurab. The papyrus contains 35 separate paragraphs relating to women's health, such as gynecological diseases, fertility, pregnancy, and contraception. It does not describe surgery. Main medical papyri. The Ramesseum papyri. These consist of 17 individual papyri that were found in the Great Temple of the Ramesseum. They concentrate on the eyes, gynecology, pediatrics, muscles, and tendons. Dated to circa 1600 BCE, the Edwin Smith Papyrus is the only surviving copy of part of an ancient Egyptian textbook on trauma surgery. The papyrus takes its name from the Egyptian archaeologist Edwin Smith, who purchased it in the 1860s. The most detailed and sophisticated of the extant medical papyri, it is also the world's oldest surgical text. Written in the hieratic script of the ancient Egyptian language, it is thought to be based on material from 1,000 years earlier. The document consists of 22 pages. 48 cases of trauma are examined, each with a description of the physical examination, diagnosis, treatment, and prognosis. An important aspect of the text is that it shows that the heart, liver, spleen, kidneys, ureters, and bladder were all known to the Egyptians, along with the fact that the blood vessels were connected to the heart. The entire translation is available online. The Ebers Papyrus was also purchased by Edwin Smith in 1862. It takes its name from George Ebers, who purchased the papyrus in 1872. The papyrus dates to around 1550 BC and covers 110 pages, making it the lengthiest of the medical papyri. The papyrus covers many different topics including dermatology, digestive diseases, traumatic diseases, dentistry, and gynecological conditions. It makes many references to treating ailments with spells or religious techniques. One of the most important findings of this papyrus are the references to migraines, which shows the condition dates back to this time. The Hearst Papyrus was offered in 1901 to the Hearst expedition in Egypt. It is dated around 2000 BC, though doubts subsist about its authenticity. It concentrated on treatments for problems dealing with the urinary system, blood, hair, and bites. It has been extensively studied since its publication in 1905. The London Medical Papyrus. This is located in the British Museum and dates back to Tutankhamun. Although in poor condition, study of it has found it to focus on magical spells as remedy for disease. The Greater Berlin Papyrus, also known as the Bruges Papyrus, discovered by Giuseppe Passalacqua. It consists of 24 pages and is very similar to the Ebers Papyrus. Later sold to Friedrich Wilhelm IV of Prussia with other objects in 1827 for the Berlin Museum, the Greater Berlin Papyrus was translated into German in 1909. The Carlsberg Papyrus. It is the property of the Carlsberg Foundation. The papyrus covers diseases of the eye and pregnancy. The Chester Beatty Medical Papyrus. This papyrus is named after Sir Alfred Chester Beatty, who donated 19 papyri to the British Museum. The remedies in these texts are generally related to magic and focus on conditions that involve headaches and anorectal ailments. The Brooklyn Papyrus, focusing mainly on snake bites. The Brooklyn Papyrus speaks of remedial methods for poisons obtained from snakes, scorpions, and tarantulas. The Brooklyn Papyrus currently resides in the Brooklyn Museum. Cahun Papyrus, Ramesseum Papyri, Edwin Smith Papyrus, Ebers Papyrus, Hurst Papyrus, London Papyrus, Berlin Papyrus, Carlsberg Papyrus, Chester Beatty Medical Papyrus, Brooklyn Papyrus. Table of Ancient Egyptian Medical Papyri.